Hello, and welcome to Living Magically. I'm your host, Magical Michelle, and I'm coming to you live from Orlando, Florida. And on top of everything else, I'm coming from Miss Marissa's phone instead of mine. So thank you, Miss Marissa, because this girl somehow had her phone disappear yesterday. So very much a Mercury retrograde, moving direct kind of thing to happen. I'm getting a brand new phone. I'm getting brand new ID. I'm getting a brand new set of cards. And so it's exactly the kind of energy that's happening this week. What are you getting brand new? So we are now in Sagittarius season, and we have been through the fire already, but this is actually the fire that ignites us. And there is a deepening and change to the energy that's coming in. And if you finally feel like stuff is shifting for you that maybe hasn't shifted, it may appear like something is a negative to get to the positive, because if you've been asking for change, you cannot be the version of you that you were before the change. So you might have to get a new phone, or you might need to get a new attitude or have an attitude adjustment, which is what this is doing for me. So there's a lot going on this week. First thing, take a deep breath. Take a really big breath. It is the 1st of December when I'm recording this. You might be listening to this at a different time, but it is still the beginning of this last month of 2025. It's the beginning of the end. And being that this was a 9-year, it's the last month to really try and close some things out. What are you finishing? What are you changing? What are you resolving? What are you clearing? What are you completing? And set that intention. Instead of setting intentions right now for 2026, set the intention for this month. What is at need or at hand and is being asked of you right here, right now? And be very present. It's very, I am here right now. So this is a supermoon coming up on Thursday, and we'll really feel it a lot on Wednesday. And we're really in that portal because it's 3 full days before. So we're at Monday night. So it'll be Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Wednesday being the fullness of it. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday as the disseminating. So we're looking at illumination. It's the last of a supermoon series. So clarity, especially on things that may have come up over the last 90 days, especially things that have come up over this last year. And it's Gemini. So interestingly enough, that's all about duality. So you might be holding 2 energies at the same time, maybe even 3. And so as you are becoming something else, as you're transmitting a new frequency, you might still be holding the completion of the old as you are moving into the new. You might have the frequency of the old version of you as you're moving into the new version. That's polarity. That's the Gemini energy. So as we're moving through this energy with the fire of Sagittarius, we're getting the clarity and illumination, clear thought of Gemini with this moon. So we have fire and air. And what does air do? It fuels the fire. And when we have a supermoon, it means that we feel intensely. So you may have a very intense feeling coming on through this week. And remember, anytime we feel intensely, so does everyone else. So in that moment, try not to take everything super personally. Do your best to look at it from the higher perspective. When we're at a full moon, we want to be illuminated. We want to ask communication. We want to ask, did you mean that? What do you mean? Maybe your words are not coming out the right way. Maybe you're not communicating as clearly because we still are in a shadow period of that Mercury retrograde. It is now direct. So yes, yay, Mercury is direct, but it still has a sluggishness of misunderstandings. So with the full moon, with the supermoon, it's a beautiful time to clear up communications. It's a beautiful time to reconnect and realign to your thoughts, your mental attitudes, your words. If you're trying to change the way you speak because you want to speak more positively, this is the week to readjust those words. Thank you so much, Marissa, for that reminder sometimes. She is such a good communicator. And so she's been helping me get super clear on very deep intentions with how I'm speaking. That's my intention for this month, is to really speak it into being. So with a Gemini full moon, if you're going to be doing any manifesting work, actually say it out loud. This is a great week to do I am statements. So I am, and fill in the blank. So I am happy. And if you've never tapped before, you can use tapping right on your thymus to actually accentuate what you're tapping in. So without actually doing any magic, you could actually be reprogramming actual neuroscience instead. Gemini is very analytical. So if you want to actually do some work like I am happy, you're going to tap on your thymus and say it, and you're tapping at each syllable. I am happy. So you're actually tapping in the words into your body. I am joyful, and I am healthy and wise. I am healthy. I am happy. I am wise. I am abundant. So you're just tapping in whatever it is you're saying out loud. And it may sound a little bit analytical or analog, but that's exactly how it works. It's such a beautiful way to bring that new code into your body. Because when you're reprogramming, you're changing a code. You, in this case, this big, beautiful brain is a computer, a supercomputer, really. And so what do you want to tell your big, beautiful brain? And how do you want it to show up in the world? And one of the things about that is the question. When your big, beautiful brain is doing things, it is constantly trying to solve a problem. So one of the ways to do that is to actually ask big, beautiful brain, what problem are we trying to solve today? And when it gives you a negative or an appearingly negative problem, you're going to switch it. Thank you for sharing, big, beautiful brain. What I really want to solve is this. And you're going to shift it to an elevated consciousness. So instead of saying, I don't have any money, I'm going to solve the money problem. Instead of saying it's a problem, you're going to say, thank you, big, beautiful brain. What we really want to solve is, how can we be abundant beyond compare? How, big, beautiful brain, can we have more money in our bank account than we know how to spend? How, big, beautiful brain, can we actually have enough money to travel in 2026? How can we have enough money to buy a house, or whatever it is that you're trying to do? The way to do that is to program it into a question that it wants to solve, not in a negative, but actually in a positive. Go elevate it. 2026 is an elevated energy. So what do you have to close at the end of 2025? In fact, if that is something you are super excited about, I have a 90-day program right now going that we can work together for 90 days. This last couple of weeks of this last month of December and the first 2 months of 2026 to really move the energy of the end of the year of the snake and move into the year of the horse. And are you ready to take that action? We're finishing a shedding year, a letting go year. We're finishing the year of the snake. So it may feel a little bit like delayed with the astrology and the Chinese or Asian New Year. It will actually not start until the new moon of February, in the middle of February. So there is still some time to finish the shedding, to complete the tasks, to let go of the old identity as we're stepping in. And this is the perfect week to take action, to do a review, get excited about it, and step all the way in. So there's a lot of beautiful opportunities. And if you feel lighter this week, that's why. If it still feels heavy, then you have more shedding to do. If it feels like it's still a little bit tough communicating, the answer is to use this energy to get clear. So this moon is about clarity. This is communication clarity. And that communication is often, most importantly, to yourself directly. When really looking at what identity am I holding on to? What of the old version of me does not come into the next year, into the next decade, into the next life? What of this can end at the end of this 9-year cycle as we close this chapter? What can we let go of? And what are we stepping into? This is the perfect week for that energy. And with that, I invite you to really lean in to that magic. Lean into your magic. Lean into the polarity of holding the new you at the same time as you're holding the future you. And making decisions. So, for example, would the future version of Michelle want to embody that? And how would she feel? That's how I would say it to myself. So is this going to support the future version of me? Does future Michelle want to feel this way? And if the answer is no, then I want to complete that task, let go of that identity, and mark it as complete. So in soul work, we actually mark it as complete. And this is a moment of realizing that complete means whole. Whole and complete. That's the end of the 9-year. And so take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and mark this chapter of your life, this identity as whole and complete. I am complete. I am whole. I am open to receive the bounty that the universe has to offer. I'm the luckiest person on earth, and everything is going my way. So I hope you've enjoyed this transmission. With all of that, I'm really hoping that you will start attending, if you're local, our new soul circles. We'll be doing those every Monday night, except for the one between Christmas and New Year. We'll be doing those Monday nights at the Urban Ashram here in Orlando. And we have a whole list of wonderful things happening on those Monday nights. This next one on the 8th, a week from today, we'll be doing some cacao and some heart opening and some hugging and really setting the intentions of our soul circle. The following week, we will keep going every week on Monday. And in the meantime, I invite you to think about, is it time to really do the deeper dive work? I have my books open. I have a few spots, and I wish you an absolutely magical week. I love you, and live magically.